Spanish, we'll start with you.
57.
Go around the building and say one person you think you could beat up.
Danielle.
No, it's got to be a guy.
I don't even know.
Why are you?
You picked a bad one, by the way.
My money's on Danielle.
Kick your ass.
I go whoop her ass. I mean, there's so many that I could whoop ass.
Who?
I mean, take your pick.
Okay. John Senning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way.
You forget I was
are you
kickboxing
serious?
out of mirrors for
John
6
Senning?
years.
I'll put all of my money on Spanish.
I kickboxed for 6 years against guys that you wouldn't spar.
A few things. One, this is nothing against John Senning, but I don't think he fights. You know what I mean?
He's a lover.
Also, he is not athletic.
I don't know that.
I know that for a fact. He is not athletic.
You play frisbee golf with him?
I'm telling you right now, he is not athletic, and he'll probably admit to that. Yeah, I would put all my money on Spanish. Mm-hmm. Who else you got?
Wow.
I'm back in Spanish. Who else you got? And that's the other thing, too, is Spanish has a lot of in-ring experience. That makes a big difference. You know what I mean?
I boxed consistently for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got ring rust.
Stop it.
You got ring
Shake that off in a couple months.
Trying to call John Senning right now.
I don't think he's up.
I need to find out what happened with all those pugs.
Yeah.
He had like 4 pugs in his car the other day. Found on the side of the road.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I want one.
They all had collars on. I'm sure it got out of somebody's house. Something happened. But they were climbing all over him in his car.
So cute, yeah.
John Senning did not get a jersey either. No. All right. Well, hey.
Yeah, so
I feel like now I wish we had punch out more than that.
Who else you throwing in there?
Yeah, let me. Mike Olivero.
Yeah.
You think you could beat up Mike Olivero?
Just in boxing experience. When was the last time he was in the ring? The last time I was in the ring was, 2019.
Mike Olivero has a better chance against Spanish than John Senning does because he's strong and he has so much. I don't know
center of gravity.
I don't know Mike's background, how much he does. I mean, he plays hockey, so he's hitting people
athletic.
and doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying it would be an easy fight, but remember, I was taking blows to the face by Martin Gramatica, who outweighed me by 30 pounds and was taller than me.
Yeah, but he's little too.
Stop that.
And,
Stop that.
And possibly you won.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what the judges said.
Yeah.
but
Well,
whatevs.
yeah.
Unqualified judge.
What?
Gio? Oh, yeah.
Destroyed.
You could beat up Gio.
If it was like a boxing match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Street? You could beat him?
Yeah.
No
You think?
way.
I think it would
I'm
be
mostly
closer.
thinking street
no
fighting.
way.
I've never, Gio and I have never tussled or anything like that, so I don't know how much. Spanish is strong.
Yeah.
Spanish is strong.
And I wrestled,
And he wrestled,
and I played, and I boxed.
I'd like to point out he's currently walking around with my daughter's crutch.
Well, not right now,
He rolled his
obviously.
ankle eating a slice of pizza.
He's got ring rust.
Yeah.
You fell off a scooter.
Yeah.
Settle down
No,
over
that's
there.
real.
I'm just saying.
You
Like,
fell out of a moving taxi.
This guy's acting like he's some elite athlete.
no,
Right.
I'm not.
By the
I just
way-
know I can whoop your ass.
By the way, you're talking street fight. I think Olivero beats you in a street
Yeah,
fight.
I would agree with that.
Let's talk street fight. You and Gio?
Street
Yeah.
fight's a different story.
What?
Yeah, I'd win.
You'd beat Gio.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think he beats.
I'd fare much better.
All right, I got one for you. You and Galvin.
Ooh.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't be intimidated.
I think I don't
about
think I would
boxing?
win, but I think I would hurt him.
What
I
about
think-
Boxing, I think I would win.
I think Spanish would do much better than you think you would in a street fight against me because we've
tussled.
wrestled and stuff
yeah, and
before.
Galvin's strong.
Boxing.
How many fights have you been in? Boxing matches?
None.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's not true. You boxed a lot.
No, I mean we sparred,
Yeah.
But he's
But
actually.
it's not like you've never been in the ring.
No, I know, but Spanish I think would score better and just do. But
I'd have to stay on the inside.
yeah, I was gonna say my
There's
reach.
No way. Yeah.
my reach. And if I have time to train for it.
Yeah, we get
Yeah,
5
I'm
months.
not going to make you do it now.
If
3
I,
months,
If
yeah.
I have 3 months
Yeah.
to train for it, I think I do a lot better.
Yeah.
I think I
My money's on
think
Galvin.
I
That
think
reach,
I beat him.
that
because
reach
of the
alone.
reach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin had reach on me. He had
Not
4
that
inches.
reach.
Martin.
Yeah,
Martin
we did
did, yeah.
4 inches.
Yeah, Martin's 5'8". I'm 6'4".
I thought he was taller than that.
I don't know how tall he is. Everyone's 5'8" to me. I don't know.
All right, hold on. This is getting good. Richard.
Nah, I've seen Richard mad. I think I would do all right. Street fight you're talking about?
Yeah.
Richard's very
Nah,
athletic.
yeah,
too. Richard's
yeah.
very
I've
athletic.
never
We would-
seen Richard mad.
We would go toe to toe, but I have a feeling his anger would outpace mine.
Oh, if we're talking anger, I'm
Persian
killing
anger.
everyone.
And your fights are what? You're Martine, the cook, and then Nervous Jerry. That's the records?
Yeah, those are my fights, but you forget I trained with Amir and the guys that are world champion fighters at Master Amir's place.
I listen, you are.
You say that, but I've never
There's
seen
an
Amir
actual-
fight anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys are ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, Amir's old now.
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
probably
yeah.
toss him around.
Sure.
I'm 100% kidding. And I'm
Sure.
sorry, Amir.
Yeah.
I even said that.
Yeah.
I was making a joke. It sounded like he had invited him to come over here and kick
Yeah.
me in the face.
In boxing, do you think Spanish beats you?
I mean, I don't know how long wind-wise I would last with Spanish, but no, I don't think he beats me, and I'd be willing to do it tomorrow.
Oh. He's got a rolled ankle.
Yeah.
That's why I picked tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. Here's my problem is that are you a better boxer? Yeah, probably, but I don't know how much you're going to hurt me.
Well,
It's not
that's the thing about the
hurting
points.
you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a street fight. You're right.
Oh, will
you're
you
talking
beat me
about
as far as like hitting me more? And all that? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but like for what you're saying, street fight. No, I don't think. Like I said,
I don't think
people's
fighting.
angers.
I don't think boxing for me. My only chance is knocking somebody out.
I don't think so.
I'm not quick enough to.
I don't know, because you don't have to knock somebody out to hurt them. This great lesson I learned at Amir's about hitting people in the shoulders.
Yeah.
The more you hit somebody in the shoulders, the less they use their arms, and eventually you just outpace them.
Great shot, the elbow.
Yeah.
The elbows are great to.
Well, now
really,
you just gave away your strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You won't even reach my shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. We should do that one day.
I
We
would
should go
spar
in
with
there.
you.
Yeah, no face shots. We'll
Yeah,
just go
yeah.
in there in the
I'm down.
ring. I wanted to fight that guy that
Nick,
you-
he's got a fight coming
Yeah,
up.
I didn't want Nick to hurt me, but I
Yeah.
wanted to get in there with somebody who was a real good boxer and
That's
just play around.
who I used to spar with all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned a lot.
Yeah, but I used to train in the same gym as Keith Thurman.
Were you fighting?
Winky, right?
Were you fighting Keith Thurman? Because Nick is
we were in the ring together once, twice.
Nick's a champion.
Helping to set up the pole in
Yeah.
the corner. That'd be it. No. It's a big difference. And listen, I wonder, and I mean in a good way, how much of that would come right back to you if you had to fight.
I think you'd be surprised how much of it would come back to
I
you.
believe
Yeah.
it. I'm saying
Yeah.
I mean in a good way. I
I
wonder how
think
much.
his ankle is fine, and you give him a month to train. I think he's right back at it.
Yeah.
Yes, the guest is on the hotline.
Do you live in Newport Richie?
Nope, you're just answering a phone.
Oh. I don't have the hotline. I'm sorry. Will you pull it up for me?
I gotcha.
Okay. John Chenning? Hello?
Hello, the guest. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
You know John from the Featuring John Senning show?
Sure, yeah.
John John is on the phone. I imagine you were sleeping and probably did not hear the show.
No, I wasn't sleeping. I was walking the dogs. We're pet sitting here, so I have a bunch of dogs that we were tending to this morning, but I did not hear it.
So before we get into the actual question, I want to know, because I did not hear the other day, but I did see your post where you had like 4 pugs that you found on the side of the road. What's going on with that?
They're home safe. It happened fairly quickly, but yeah, I was right outside my neighborhood, right off the main road, and legit a pug ran out in front of my car. There ended up being 4 of them. I opened my door and they all jumped in. And, it took me a minute to track down the owners, but eventually they had tags on and I got a hold of them. And
Good.
they were doing construction on their house or something, and they all got free. But it was a fun moment.
So one time I was driving down Florida Avenue and I lived in Wesley Chapel. I was going home and it was raining. And a chihuahua ran out in the middle of the street like Frogger. It was dodging traffic, and I go, "Oh, it's gonna die! It's gonna die! It's gonna die!" And then I thought it got clipped by the car, and I pulled over to it. And I had my old Hummer at the time, and I opened the passenger door. I leaned over and I opened the passenger door, and I looked at it. I thought it was hurt, and it jumped in and sat on the seat and was like, "I'm with you now." And I went, "Oh no!" And I took it home, and I was like, "I can't," And the next day, I took it to the vet to make sure it wasn't hurt. It was not hit at all. And it was a girl, and we named her Sadie for the day that we had her. And then the next day, I drove up and down Florida Avenue looking for signs because I had a purebred Chihuahua that surely was somebody's pet. And then I found a sign, and I was like, thank God, because I didn't want to keep this dog. And I called them up, and I go, I got your dog. And they were like, oh, my God, we missed him so much. I go, we miss her so much. We missed him so much. Our dog was a boy. And I went, you got to be kidding me. It's in the same area. Please take this dog.
Yeah.
But ended up being a really nice dog.
I did feel like the people who were missing their 4 pugs weren't worried enough that they lost all 4 of their dogs. Like when I got over there, they're like, "Oh, Like I had to give them back, but I feel like they could have been a little more concerned.
Oh, really? They were like, oh, yeah, they got out again, huh?
You
Like
should have
one of
given him the
those?
be better
Well,
speech.
I called like multiple times. No one was answering. So I'm sitting with these 4 pugs in my car. Like, what the hell am I going to do with these 4 dogs? And it ended up being like 15 minutes. And she was like, oh, yeah, my husband's home. Try to get a hold of him and he should be able to, meet up with you. I'm like,
Oh, my God. Now you got to go get a hold of him. Now it's your job?
Yeah, it was. And then he was like, I said, I'll bring you the dogs. Just give me your address. And he's like, well, let me text it to you. That'll be easier. And I don't know how long it really was, but then I was just sitting by my phone waiting for him to text me his address so I could deliver his dog.
I would have just took the dogs, just took them to the station and be like, they live here.
Yeah.
now.
Be like, hey, take him to the
about it.
groomer before you drop him off. How about that?
Yeah. JoJo would take care of him if you brought him to the station.
Oh,
yeah.
That is true. We can handle 4 pugs in there for sure.
So the reason we were calling you is we were talking about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, and we're obviously going back and forth on who would win and all this stuff. And I asked Spanish. I was going to go around the room, but we didn't get past Spanish. I said, "Who around the station do you think you could beat up?" And I gave him examples, and I said John Senning, and you'd be very surprised at what he said. Spanish.
Whoa.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Spanish thinks he could beat you up.
Man,
And
I'm not going to say it's a definite. I'm not going to say it's a definite no. Like I wish I could come to you strongly and say it's a definite no. I mean, he is a trained fighter.
Galvin said he's
Danielle,
a trained fighter.
Spanish said that he could beat me up on the air this morning. You think Spanish could beat me up? Oh, dude, we're on the radio. Jesus.
All I heard was no. I don't know what she said beforehand, but I
Oh,
can only imagine.
yeah.
Okay.
But let me point out, we were talking about boxing. First off, we were talking about boxing. So think about that. Could, in a boxing ring, boxing rules, could Spanish beat you?
I feel like if I say absolutely not, then you guys are going to like book the fight today.
100%.
I mean, with time, which I'm not committing to. I mean, I feel that I could probably beat Spanish.
Let me give you my answer. I said I am putting all of my money on Spanish.
I put all my money on John Cena.
Yeah, and well, that's insane. I mean, he trained for extended periods of time. He beat up Martin Gramatica.
5 years. It was 5 years.
just
John.
know-
First of all, he
5
lost to Martin.
Yeah.
And second of all, he
On the
lost to
cards.
Martin. And I'm thinking of a street fight, not a boxing match. And you have the size and the reach over him. I think you'd kill him in a street fight.
In a street fight, maybe. I will say I did in my younger days, not very well documented. I did jiu-jitsu for 4 years, so maybe if we switch it to MMA rules, I feel like I could take him down and choke him out. But, in the boxing match, he's definitely prepared more than I am.
You
But
do-
with the right training regimen,
You do have to take into account, though, he has dominating wins over Nervous Jared and the Fry Cook from I think it was LBC.